and you have the ability to discuss these ideas and talk about how they can be improved and where we need to go from here, then brilliant things can happen. So we have all this content online. We have lectures, we have audiobooks, we have podcasts online, but where is the online community that supports that? So we kind of identified why this market has leveled off. Since 2005, the podcast market in general has basically completely plateaued. And we think the reason for that is that you have long-form audio content that's basically just intimidating. You know, you guys, if you get a podcast sent to you, you don't really know if you want to devote an hour of your time to that because you can't preview it. You can't see what's important about that podcast. And it's the same with the lecture. So what we're doing is we're creating a platform where we can change how people interact with this content, because it's deep content, it's rich content, it's compelling, it's things that can change the world. So we've created Lisn, and we think this is a community that we can all live in. And our main focus here is to discover and discuss. We need new people coming into this space. We need people that can talk about podcasts. We need people that can discover the things that we're creating and generating in terms of content. So that's the discovery aspect. We need to make that easier, more organic, more responsive. And then the discussion is basically putting us in that space and allowing you all to converse with each other. So we have an online community. So this is our homepage. You come in, and immediately we're aggregating this kind of content. So we're pulling feeds from podcasts and lectures, and we're bringing it to the front page, not just based on the most popular, which is the only way that it's aggregated right now, but also based on comments. So within our algorithm, we can see not just what's the most played, but what's the most debated, what's the most discussed. So this is moving to the front page. We have these side portions over here where you can uncheck business, uncheck design, so that this is tailored to you. As you click through the site, it continues to monitor what it is that you are interested in terms of this content. The other big opportunity that we see here is the fact that with long-form audio content, you can't jump to the specific points that you need to really understand if this is for you or not. So what we're doing is we're generating previews based on where the viewers are commenting on these moments, basically, these audio moments. So moving over a specific, go back one for me, moving over a specific piece of content, back one more. We can already just get a quick preview, understand what it is, understand why it's important. So then now, as we move to something like The Economist, we get a page that's not just a listing of what's going on, but that's engaging, that's beautiful, that recommends content for us. And as it's playing, you're seeing comments not just on the entire podcast, but you're seeing them where they actually happened, and streaming, and which ones are connected, and which ones are filed together as a conversation. You can jump to a community page, such as education, and see content that's being aggregated based on your interest in education and pulled together to form one community. I also enjoy that it doesn't just reward big companies, but it rewards comments that may spark a debate, because we really think that's the possibility here, is that if we can jump to these moments, we can see the idea that was presented that sparked a debate that may have some kind of implication as a world-changing idea. And we can exist in that space and communicate with each other, not just at a startup weekend, but as an online community.
Thanks. I just want to go real quick that we also built a functioning prototype, and I'm going to try to make this full screen. All right, there we go. And so we actually built a functioning prototype that you can play. You can connect with any OpenID, leave a message, and really cool is you can go back to the main screen, and once the Wi-Fi keeps going, but you can sort by like technology, business, startup, all, and we're on our right pace using Microsoft Azure is what we built it on to start, going towards those screenshots that we showed to make that actual working website. Thanks.
I didn't hear anything related to the business model. How are you going to make money?
We just ran out of time, sorry. Starting with a pretty traditional advertising-based business model, because we're trying to have engagement on each sound. This isn't for the people who are listening to podcasts while they're working out. It's for people who are looking for podcasts that they want to be fully immersed in. So we're going to have more opportunities to present them with meaningful advertising opportunities as well. As we get the traction, then there's opportunities for higher value sponsorship, which is more specific to individual pieces of content, perhaps including actions like thank the sponsor of this content, asking the author to enabling matchmaking to get sponsors to mention them inside the podcast, etc.
It's built right into our design too. We have these tiles where sponsors can actually promote their specific podcast or promote a lecture, and it jumps right to the front of your page.
And by the way, as a channel, I have a podcast myself, and as a channel, we're looking at giving value to podcasters to help them build communities, because it's very, very difficult to know who your community is when your content is audio. And the existing commenting mechanisms are not very effective because people want to make a point at this, at minute 12, not on the whole podcast. And so I kind of look at it as almost like Tumblr for podcasts, that it creates a deeper level of engagement that doesn't replace their existing systems, but that podcasters are going to want to enable, and therefore that's going to be our biggest channel, is working with podcasters to get them to want to send their listeners our way and vice versa.
Any chances of transitioning into other media, say video?
Yeah, it's definitely capable with this design. One of the things that we really like about audio, though, is the fact that you don't have to stay on that page. And so with our player, as we were jumping to different parts of the site, the comments and the audio that you're listening to stays right there. So I can continue to browse, I can keep finding new things, but I'm still listening to the same podcast.
And those comments are doing almost like a timestamp.
Exactly.
As somebody, okay.
With heat maps here, so that when I go to a new podcast that I want to listen to, here's where I want to preview. If this is likely the part that's going to tell me if I want to listen to the whole thing.
I was just going to also add on that main page, because we're trying to go towards a Reddit style with, our algorithm of how many views they have, and also time counting it twice of how many, like that 29 means, hey, they've viewed it, 20 times, and times 2 for the count, or for the comments. And so as we get more comments in these little snippets, we're going to try and bubble those up on the front page so people can quickly preview and see the top parts of that web podcast to see if they're interested, trying to engage new users.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
You may not believe it, but that was 16 teams. Pretty quick, I think. Yeah, one more round of applause for everybody. For the weekend that they've had together, I saw some really impressive stuff up here. Of course, it will be up to our panel of judges. We're going to lock them away in a vault until they come up with some winners for us. We do have some food out in the lobby. So we're going to take a break while the judges are deliberating. We're going to come back here, announce the winners of our prizes.
Also, guys, remember to vote, the crowdsourcing vote, I guess. So if we can have the link posted on Twitter again, or retweet it, take a look at that.
For the crowd favorite.
Yep, for the crowd favorite.
You get to vote, and while the judges are deciding, you get to decide.
Yes. And if you're hungry, definitely there's some food in the back. It's really good. I had a couple tacos and a burger. So.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll see y'all in a little bit.
Yeah. Will you say that again? Thank you.
This is pretty good. Good stuff. I'm impressed. Are you competing, or are you just hanging out? All right.
I have been super itchy. All of a sudden, in the middle of probably the second one back, I started. We walked by you guys and forgot to give you your pledge card.
Oh, thank you. You might be allergic to me. It's okay. I mean,
really bizarre.
It happens a lot.
Right there with my hand. And I'm gonna get a beer.
Well, there's a bar. Oh, there is a bar. There's a couple kegs. You guys want to?